everybody. Welcome to THS Wrestling Year-End Awards. And we're not just joined by the usual two faces that you see on the screen every Tuesday or Sunday when we're not jobbing out to football. No. This time we have our family, because we're about family here at THS, and we have a few proud family members. So first, I want to introduce to you, he is a part of Mac Mania podcast. He does tons of other things. Please look him up. I'm gonna give it to my man, Flobo.
I was so glad to be part of this, man. THS, this is like the bone of, this is better than the Slammy. This is gonna be great, man.
Wow. All right. Well, better than the Slammies.
You know, you forgot one thing I'm sorry, Neeson. You forgot one thing when talking about Flobo.
I did.
My good friend and fellow New York Mets fan.
Let's go Mets, baby. 1-2 punch. Go to win it.
If we have a season. I'm sorry. Continue, Neeson.
Sure,
I'm sorry.
This is fine. Next up, I want to bring on, look, this man is talented at a lot of things. I mean, interviews, announcing. He's at every single wrestling show there is out here in California and beyond. I want to bring on, from your story, Sock Monkey Mike.
Hello. Thank you, Neeson. Thank you, everyone. I am so honored and excited to be a part of THS. Really love what you guys have been doing and just the greatness that is with these people. Like, it's an honor to be here, man. So thank you.
Well, all right.
Thank you.
I will definitely, I will Venmo you some money for that. Appreciate that. All right. Next up on the docket, man, he is over there freezing his nuts off in Canada. Got to give it up to the man, the myth, the legend from Casual Conversations, the Wrestling Classic, Justin.
Ooh, yeah, dude, thank you guys for having me here. Nothing but love for THS. This is the year-end awards, and what a year it has been. I'm excited, guys. We've got lots to talk about. The man, the myth, the legend. That's a cool intro. I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, you've had a great last couple of weeks here, my friend. What a run of interviews. My God.
What a run. Justin is all elite. That's all we got to say for 2022.
I knew it.
And I did this on purpose because this man has saved my sanity all year when it comes to professional wrestling. Like I said at the top, he always sits next to me virtually. He is a Mets fan. He is a Twitch affiliate. He is the John Pingle.
Let's go.
What's going on, everybody? Let's go Mets. Yes, Twitch affiliate today. I will be making that Twitch money at some point. So $7.45 will be going directly into my bank account. What a year in wrestling it's been. Another great year of the sport of professional wrestling. And we're going to wrap it all up with these fine gentlemen here. It's going to be great.
It's going to be great. Like, if you joined us for the last couple of years, we have been giving out our year-end awards. Now, last year, the famous, the Boston Blueprint, the Standard, the GOAT, the Queen of the Sale, the DDT Mandalorian, Sasha Banks, was born on this show right here. So this one, we're going to talk about favorite female wrestlers, favorite male wrestlers, who's the drippiest of the year, who had the most, the greatest match overall, and some other categories that I can't remember at this moment in time. But that's why I have Pingle here right here. So Pingle, you want to take it away with the first category?
I do. Blinded by the light of our category, as you can see here. My goodness, we're still trying to figure this out over here. So you mentioned the Boss, the Blueprint, the Standard, the DDT and Boba Fett Mandalorian. There's another, the GOAT. I missed the GOAT. There, right there. We have best women wrestler.
So good. I got two guys.
You got
so
two. The best women's wrestler of 2021. We're gonna go down our contestants here. We have Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. We have the aforementioned Sasha Banks. We have Bianca Belair. We have the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo and Hikaru Shida. Anybody have any predictions about who we think is going to take this award?
It only can be one person when you're talking about this particular year, in my mind. and that's
Ooh.
the EST Bianca Belair. But that's it. Yeah.
Wait, who voted on this? THS fans? We
The
go out to
THS fans. So
Fans.
Is
Great
there
point,
this was
Flobo.
all
a cabal of
voted-
critics somewhere? Like, what?
I mean, we have
the
a
Academy.
studious judges, a panel.
Okay.
Panel.
The same panel that may be hosting
They're going to
Brian
judge that.
Danielson
Yes, they're
and
going to judge
Hangman's
that
match.
match.
Okay.
Three random people that you don't know about voted on this. No, the fans voted on that. We appreciate all the votes that came in. Let's just go over who won, and the winner is.
Wait, whoa. Flobo, who did you have?
I'm rolling with the wrestling classic here. If it's Bianca, it's a given. If it's not Bianca, it's a tragedy. Look, Britt Baker is amazing, but AEW's had a lot of people on that roster. That women's roster has come a long way. Deanna Purrazzo was great, but Impact's a small island. Akira Shield's great, but workhorses don't get awards. It's got to be Bianca.
Workhorses don't get awards. Wow, I'm gonna use that one. That's a t-shirt.
Wow.
Sock Monkey Mike.
Oh man, well, I agree with Justin and I agree with Flobo. I mean, how can you not say Bianca Belair? The way that she had a breakout year this year, and the way that she has showcased herself in WWE. I mean, how can you not say this has to be Bianca Belair's award?
Now, Pingle, I would say they're all correct that how can it not be, but I will give you how can it not be. Now, I'm not going to make a point for the Boston Blueprint, the Standard, to go the Queen of the Cell, the DDT Mandalorian, Sasha Banks. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to make a point for two people. One, Deanna Purrazzo had how many titles this year and actually worked with those titles? And I think how many titles does she close out with the end of the year? And that's just it's just a redundant question, just throwing it out there. And secondly, let's talk about Britt Baker, DMD. Now, she literally is carrying a whole company's women's division on her back. Who else would you say who else would you put up there that is at the level close to her in AEW?
No one at the same level, but
exactly. That is the point. But we're not talking. Look, we're not talking about in-ring. We're not talking about in-ring grapples here. We're talking about just the overall being a professional wrestler. And Britt Baker is an overall top tier talent in AEW, and there's nobody close to her. So those are just my
fair arguments.
Points. But Pingle, who won?
I mean, most of us in this panel guessed correctly. Bianca Belair is our women's wrestler of the year. Congratulations to the EST. Well deserved.
I just wanted to make that point because it wasn't an easy decision because of all the things I said.
Absolutely.
And as much as look, because this is how I break it down, right? Like I voted for Bianca Belair. Yeah. Fair enough. But she lost to 26 seconds, and she's been trying to scratch and claw her way in wrestling world to be as relevant as she was. The next category is Best Male Wrestler of the Year.
Oh no.
The options are
Kenny
Omega, Roman Reigns, Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan. Shingo, how you say his last name?
Shingo Takagi.
Shingo Takagi. Clearly, I didn't vote for him. So I want to start with Sock Monkey Mike.
Oh my gosh. Well, after that, no, I honestly think my prediction for male wrestler of the year has to go to Kenny Omega. There is no one else on the AEW world or even the independent wrestling world that has had a bigger year than Kenny Omega. I mean, this man literally brought Impact to where it is today. I mean, is it as high of views as when Kenny was on? Not necessarily the case, but it had more eyes on it now than it did before. And Impact's a relatively good show, kind of. And then you also have his stuff with AAA. I say that because I pronounce it right, just like Excalibur does. But no, honestly, he's the one that's created this opportunity for the Forbidden Door to be opened. You see all these collaborations with other different wrestling companies because of who? the belt collector, Kenny Omega. And it's a huge year for him. So I think Kenny Omega is going to be the one to win Wrestler of the Year for the male side of things.
All right, before we get to our next person, I just want to say you made a great point for Kenny Omega, but just on the independent AEW side. That was a weird point that you made there, Mike. You know, we have other people in this category. So, Flobo.
My favorite wrestler is Roman Reigns, hands down. Like, this guy makes an entrance and it can be 20 minutes, but it didn't feel like the days of Triple H with 20-minute promos. When you think about mechanically, the person who had the best year had to be Brian Danielson. You're in a main event of WrestleMania one day, and then you go and have two of the best matches, arguably, on AEW television history. So, as much as my favorite is Roman Reigns, the one who I think who's actually had the best year this year is Daniel Bryan.
Justin, what say you?
Brian Danielson, 110%. Listen, Roman's had a great year. It goes back to what I was just complaining about. He didn't wrestle all the time. When he did wrestle, it was great, but he wasn't wrestling. Brian's been coming out since he's been in AEW like almost every week, putting on a banger. Or like, I haven't seen a bad Brian Danielson match this entire year. Like, I can't remember a match I was like, wow, this match was boring, or I'm not into it. Like, the man is putting on great matches. He just went through half the Dark Order and had a great match with every single one of them. And to Flobo's point, he was in the main event of WrestleMania. He fought Roman Reigns at Fastlane or whatever the middle pay-per-view was. Now he had two bangers against Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. Like, this guy's a machine right now, and across two different companies. He's not just nominating one company or the other. It's across two different companies. So for me, it's Brian Danielson. It's a return of the American Dragon, and he, from start to finish of this year, he's proved why we should be grateful that he got to come back.
Come back, Pingo.
All right, so this was harder than I thought it would be, because at the beginning of the year it was Kenny Omega for me. You can't discredit Roman Reigns at all, because he is, and I'm not afraid to say this, one of the only watchable things on WWE. I know that that's a little controversial, because there's a lot of other stuff that we could watch on WWE, but Roman Reigns is must-see television.
Like NXT UK. Daniel, just saying. Just put
I mean, Drake to go, guys. Drake to go. Every Thursday. Drake to go.
Every Thursday, yeah.
Draped in gold. Brian Danielson, Daniel Bryan. Flobo made a great point. This man main evented WrestleMania, left, and he's main event in AEW. And also, Classic made a great point. He hasn't had a bad match since, I don't even know. I can't even remember the last time he had a bad match. Now, Shingo Takagi, I know no one has said anything about him. That's fine. For the longest time, I thought of Tomohiro Ishii as the MVP of New Japan Pro Wrestling. And on the 5th of January this year, Shingo Takagi said, nah, I'm the MVP. My Wrestler of the Year is only Wrestler of the Year by 5 points.
Oh, wow. That is close.
Well,
wait, that was Danielson?
He picked Danielson. So who the fans voted for was Roman Reigns.
Wow.
Which honestly, it surprised me. One, because I feel like people that watch this and watch our show and watch our content, I feel like they would just instantly go for Brian Danielson, Daniel Bryan. I just thought that was going to be our Kenny Omega. It was just a straight shot there. But Roman Reigns, and look, I voted for Brian Danielson, Daniel Bryan, but I can't be mad at Roman Reigns at all. No. Like, I get the point where you say that he doesn't wrestle a lot, but WWE put up a graphic that he wrestled every single pay-per-view, and he's 11-0. And that means you have to, quote unquote, pay to see him wrestle, in which they show up, and every single match has been main event worthy, no matter top to bottom all year. Brian Danielson, Daniel Bryan, I voted for him, but I will tell you this: I hate every one of those damn draw matches. I don't care how good. I agree with you. I don't care how good what was going on before the draw, but the minute it's a draw, it's stupid. I don't care. Like it's just like, you know, I'm not gonna give the same analogy I gave on THS Wrestling about the thing, but all I would say, but all I would say is that they voted for Roman Reigns, man. So I want to ask. I want to ask Pingo, how do you feel about that? It wasn't even no votes for Shingo.
I feel fine about that. I feel like any one of these people have a legitimate claim to be the male wrestler of the year.
Sock Monkey Mike, what do you
Yeah,
think about the audience
no.
picking Roman Reigns?
Honestly, Roman Reigns, I mean, that was my second choice because, to everybody's point, I mean, there's no one else this year that has had a bigger impact in WWE than Roman Reigns. I mean, if you look at his Universal Championship reign that he's had thus far, he has been nothing but dominant. I mean, he pinned Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson, and Edge on top of each other in the main event of WrestleMania this year. He has had classics with Jey Uso. He's had classics with Kevin Owens. He's had classics with pretty much anybody and everybody that he has stepped foot in the ring with. And he's made every single one of those matches, whether you were interested in the storyline or not, must see. So I'm really happy that he did win Male Wrestler of the Year. And 2022 could be another big year for the big dog.
Wow. Flobo.
It's the best storyline of wrestling. That's it. If you don't like him personally, the storyline with Brock and Paul and Kayla somehow being involved in the background, the best part.
Kayla.
That's SmackDown.
Yeah, she is the best part of SmackDown. Justin, what say you?
What everybody said. I listened without when I first looked at it without thinking about it first. Like my initial thought was, oh, it's Roman Reigns. When I thought about it, I got to Bryan Danielson. Roman has had a banger year, and like you said, Neeson, to the point that I made earlier, I did say he doesn't wrestle much, but every match he does have has been a banger. From Owens to Edge to Bryan to Cesaro to everybody he's wrestled, Brock, like it's been a banger. To Pingle's point, I've said this many times on my show, the THS show. Some of the reasons, the only couple of reasons I feel like I still really want to watch WWE is because the Roman Reigns angle, and I like the women's division over there. Those are the only two reasons I like entertain WWE that much these days. It's the best thing that's been going on. He started the year as champion. He's still the champion.
No, I got more than one hot woman wrestler, huh?
Huh?
Because I got more than one hot women's wrestler, huh? Got it.
No, just the women's division is booked really well there. Let's be honest. There's actual stars there. Bianca's working against stars. It has no one to work with. That's
absolutely.
You know what I mean? They got women that are actually like characters and developed and whatnot. But anyways, back to Roman. This is probably Roman's best year. He embraced this heel character. He came back with it last year, and this is the Roman that fans wanted for so many years, and now we're getting it.
Shall we move on?
Yes, sir.
To the tag team of the year?
Playa.
Tag team match, playa. All right, we got the Young Bucks, we have the Lucha Bros, we have FTR, and we have the Usos. Mike, what do you think?
Oh, wow. Well, thank you, Pingle, for having me do this one. I love tag team wrestling, as everybody knows. But the tag team of the year for me, despite their change in theme song, has to go to the Lucha Brothers. I mean, the AEW tag team champions have killed it this year with classics against the Young Bucks, classic against pretty much any tag team that you put in front of them. It was a long time coming for them to win the AEW tag team championship, excuse me. And it's just awesome to see how much they have really made the AEW tag team division grow and how much just awesomeness that it brings. I mean, we already know from the beginning of AEW that its tag team division was stacked, but the way that the Lucha Brothers, especially with, I don't know when this is airing, but with this past episode of Dynamite, just having its tag teams just go at the top of its level because the Lucha Brothers are the tag team champs, and even the former AAA tag team champions as well. This was their year, and this was a great year for not just the Lucha Brothers, but also tag team wrestling guys. So that's who I personally think won. And yes, their new theme song is not that bad, guys. I can hear you on Twitter. I know it's not that bad.
Well, I mean, it's RK Bro, right? No, I'm just kidding. I think the Usos and FTR suffer for being good brand names. I think they had great years, and no one's going to deny them. But I don't think this year in particular was that great. I'm also a big Young Bucks hater, so I'm also going the Lucha Brothers because I mean they're a movement, they're a force, man. And I love the fact they represent their culture through and through. Face good guys single together. I mean, they're a super group and a 2-man super group. So yeah, Lucha Brothers.
I'm going to agree with Flobo about the Usos and FTR. I think they're teams that people know are great and established, and they both had great years in their own sense. But I feel like the Usos, as great as they've been, kind of still feel like the backdrop to the Roman story. And FTR, as great as they are, I feel like they just popped up again in the middle of the year sometime, and we're just back, and they were kind of lost in the shuffle in the beginning half of the year. I'm going to be a little bit different here, and I'm going to go with the Bucks of Youth. So I think they carried that division at the beginning of the year, all up until that match with the Lucha Brothers, which was a memorable match. I had a great match with Eddie Kingston and John Moxley. Like, they were having bangers on Dynamite on a regular basis. I wasn't the biggest fan of them being the tag champions for that long. Don't get me wrong, but I can't deny that they held it down. So when I saw this list, I was like, as much as, and listen, I'm not even a Young Bucks hater, but I just also know like voting for them felt very cliche in my soul for some reason. But I was like, I have to vote for the Young Bucks. I felt like there's no other choice in this category.
I mean, I don't even have to say anything because Classic basically stole the words from my mouth. The Bucks, while it feels cliche to vote for them, sorry, they're the best tag team this year. And they're putting on bangers like the Classic said. They ran that division, and yes, while they had they were the tag team champions, and yes, the Lucha Brothers are also great. They had a series of matches with the Young Bucks, so I think they elevated each other. I think that cage match is one of the best matches of the year, and I think them just being such shitty heels kind of made that so much better when the Lucha Bros won. So for me, it's the Young Bucks, and yes, it feels cliche. I'm sure if we went back last year and the year before and the year before that and the year before that, it was me going, oh, the Young Bucks, it's great. It feels, just like a safe thing to say, but I'm sorry, it's true, in my opinion. But also, it doesn't matter. I'm going to announce the winner now because I guess Classic and I are on an island by ourselves because the best tag team in the year of 2021 is the Lucha Bros.
Wow.
They got it right.
I mean, that just shows how great heels the Young Bucks were. People
He's
really
just like, oh,
shit.
I mean, I didn't say my piece. I didn't say anything.
I'm waiting for Neeson.
Oh.
Neeson was going to say his point.
Yeah,
back.
I'm sorry, Neeson.
No, it's fine. I was gonna.
Were you gonna say the
Flobo.
Usos? Were you gonna say the Usos?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, no. For Flobo made a point because I was really thinking hard about this, and I was thinking all the points that you gave, Pingo, about the Young Bucks and elevating the One thing that Flobo said that was just like, yeah, you're right. Like, you made the right choice by picking the Lucha Bros. It's a cultural thing, and so I just couldn't do it. Like I could not do it, and it's one thing to them that they are being definitely being shitty heels, and kudos to them because I respect them, all the greats, but fuck the Young Bucks.
I'm with that. Yeah, sure.
So let's
I have
take
some
it.
biases. I used to be there a few years back, though.
What? Fuck the Young Bucks?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but great. But Lucha Bros, I completely understand, and it should be that. But the next category is going to be best AEW moments. Now we have first Adam Cole and Daniel Bryan's double debut. We have CM Punk returns to wrestling. We have Hangman Adam Page wins the AEW World Championship. I feel like we need to put like the video package in there. Like, can we put like a dash video package? Because that was great. Hook's debut, send Hook.
Send him.
And I'm terrible with this name, but go ahead and say it.
Minoru Suzuki. It's literally like not anything he did. It's literally just Minoru Suzuki. Just being there.
Yeah, just being Minoru Suzuki.
Showing up. Being Minoru Suzuki.
The moment is Minoru Suzuki.
The moment is Minoru Suzuki. So I want to start with Justin. Which one of these are your best AEW moment of 2021?
I do want to say, I don't know who put these categories together and like the options, but this one was actually pretty tough because I thought I went into, I'm like, oh, I know what it is already. But then I read the other options and I was like, oh, this has been a pretty good year for AEW.
Oh yeah.
Tough. But just because me being me and just 110% biased opinion, I'm a CM Punk fan, been a CM Punk fan since Ring of Honor, WWE, all that stuff. Him coming back after 7 years. Even like some of the, wrestlers I've gotten to interview have came on this show and been like, oh, I didn't even think I was ever going to get the chance to wrestle him. And now they're excited to wrestle him. Like, it changed the game.
I say Adam Page winning the AEW title because that is your current and new AEW world champion.
And new
Flow. Boom.
So 3 of these things were great. They're fantastic, but they happened inside the confines of wrestling. The 2 I was torn are the ones that weren't. Suzuki was really like, yeah, the forbidden door has been blown the hell off. And even though it kind of was like a mini tour, so it wasn't one moment, I think that to me was like, this is legitimate. This isn't just a stunt thing, because anyone can fly in a Dynamite, beat someone and leave. Like Kenta showed up for like what, 2 weeks, and he went back like this. So Suzuki put the work in, so that was it. But CM Punk was a movement. That was something wrestling fans had legendary talks about. People were hounding that guy for 7-8 years. He was on Fox. They had him smuggled in with a sheet over his head to be a host on backstage. That moved the needle for AEW in more than one ways. And even to the point now, Tony Khan doesn't even need pyro. He says, you know what, Punk, you're starting the show. Big pop. So yes, it's CM Punk in a runaway this year.
The double debut is the moment of the year. I watched that at least 15 times after it happened that week.
Well, I'm not going to run down all of them and why they're not the moment of the year. I'm going to tell you what was my moment of the year and why it should have been moment of the year in general, which is Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson debuting on the same night. Not only did we not get the swerve, we actually got a swerve, a real friends is dead sort of moment. And then we get both of them happening, and not only both of them happening, Adam Cole didn't say anything. Now, it was a foregone conclusion that he was going to go to AEW. Everybody felt it, but it was really, he didn't say a damn thing. And so didn't Bryan Danielson. And on top of that, I've been on AEW about one particular thing since they started. Trash entrance music. Now, they came with 2 bangers out of nowhere. Like, I don't know what, I forget his name. Flobo, what's the guy's name? Mikey Ruckus.
That's the GOAT.
Okay, let's relax. Let's relax. I don't know what he did. He got an extra night of sleep or something like that, or maybe he just stayed up and did some cocaine and was just jazzed up off something. Don't know. I don't know. All I'm saying is he needs to continue doing exactly that, because the flip of Flight of the Valkyrie, I know a lot of people was like, oh, why would you flip that? Come on, the drums on that was fire. He didn't do that one?
He didn't do Bryan's. He just did Adam Cole's.
He just did Adam Cole's. Yeah. Okay, well, like I said, whoever did the 2, because it's all about the boom. And that is, that's in my top. That's probably beating out every song on my title streaming. By the way, stream title, fuck Spotify. No, I'm sorry, Flobo. I didn't say that. I didn't say it, Flobo. I didn't say it.
I do not agree or acknowledge this.
They just need to pay their artists more money. So all I'm saying is that you can't beat that in wrestling. And like Pingo said it, I was right next to him when the debut happened, and I emotionally just like burst. Like I haven't felt that since probably Kofi Kingston won at WrestleMania in 2019. So that was mine, but unfortunately that guy CM Punk returned to Wrestling 1. And I say unfortunately, it was great. Look, it was great. I loved the moment.
We watched it in the car. I pulled up the stream when we were in Vegas. Yeah. We watched it in the car.
We did. I think it was great. The problem, what really tainted it for me, is what's been happening afterwards. And I think,
sure, I'll give you that.
And so that just like, I'm trying to stay in the moment, and that sucks because they did nothing else. Like, I felt like we got that moment literally for like 2 months straight. Him coming out and cutting promos like for like 2 months, it felt like.
That's a whole podcast. I agree with you. The run has been something else for sure.
It's so that's the only thing. But yes, CM Punk, fans voted CM Punk return to professional wrestling. What a time.
I will say, just for the JR, oh my God, it's Bryan Danielson. That alone, it should be moment of the year. Let us move on to best WWE moment of the year.
It's funny because letting Pingo give this.
It's very funny. What is this?
The irony.
The World Wrestling Federation. What? All right, we got Christian, but listen. I saw all these moments, so
Wait, did the people pick CM Punk or was it the title change?
It was CM
No,
Punk.
people pick CM Punk.
Okay, I'm making sure. All right.
We
I
have
said unfortunately CM Punk.
We won again, Flobo. Don't worry.
Hey, we won.
a winner is you. It's okay. All right. So
bad.
best WWE moment. Christian returning at the Royal Rumble. We have Bianca Belair winning at WrestleMania. We have Big E cashing in and becoming WWE champion. We have Becky Lynch's return. What?
Why is that even?
I'm
on?
just laughing at Flo. Flobo already has an opinion, so please let Flobo go first after you continue.
And we have Xavier Woods winning the King of the Ring. Flobo.
Look, I know it's cool for you people to not watch WWE, for you people to like AEW more, but tell me, you guys have not seen WWE all year without telling me you've seen WWE all year. Lashley becoming champion, WrestleMania with fans, Cena's return, Edge Brood entrance, Bad Bunny winning the match, one of the best celebrity appearances. None of those make the list. Fine, it's Bianca. But I'm just saying, you guys have not done any of the homework. Are you kidding me?
I'm going to defend this.
I was too busy watching a product that actually cares what I think about it.
Oh, here we go.
Wow. I'm going to defend this, and I'm going to put this on my back. Look, when we talk about moments, we're talking about things that actually evoke emotion in me, personally, because he doesn't really watch. He doesn't really watch it, right? So these moments all evoked an emotion in me. We could talk about Becky Lynch's return. Look, it's a picture of me standing in shock of her coming back and hitting a rock fucking bottom on Bianca Belair and beating her in 26 seconds, right? It is ridiculous. Xavier Woods becoming King of the Ring. That was a moment for me because this man, I think we had this, I think it was me and you, Flobo, that had this conversation about, but this man, seeing somebody actually like speak something and manifest something outside of a ring and outside of things that like happen over years, I'm touched by that. What am I supposed to say? I'm sentimental to that. I love a good story of manifestation. Sue me. When we talk about Christian, the man wasn't supposed to wrestle ever again. Same with Edge. Edge could have won it last year.
I'm not
the same thing. So I get what you're saying. Bad Bunny, it was a cool match, but I'm not gonna put it as a moment.
Totally skipping over Walter Dragunov though. Moment. That was a dope moment, was it not?
I think, didn't we have him as a match? I'm
talking about the moment of them having to stare down and them having the rematch clause. That right there was
okay. Well, first of all, I don't watch NXT UK. That's one. And
that
two,
was NXT classic. That was NXT.
When we talk about NXT Black and Gold, if we're talking about NXT Black and Gold,
it was on Black and Gold.
Why wasn't NXT 2.0 considered a moment?
Why would you even say some goofy?
I get it, Neeson. Moments for you,
like
down
that,
south
okay?
swag.
What do you want? Do you want Trick to come out here and speak and muddle on and not understand what he's saying?
All the belts.
He's bad about
it. If it's anything in 2.0, Malcolm Bivens is the sole ruler of 2.0, and that's the only thing that jumps off the screen to me.
I do agree.
So that's it.
Lashley winning the belt could have been on there. Bad Bunny for sure.
But it wasn't okay.
Emotions in you. I get it.
I'm not gonna say John Cena because fuck John Cena.
But Bad Bunny's the biggest star on the planet and trained for 4 months and didn't even make the list. I'm a Christian Mark. I'm a huge Christian fan, but come on, bro.
Thank you, Flo.
You are Christian. I don't understand why, but you are. And I put this on here for you, Flobo. So look, here it is. This is the list you got. Out of these, which one do you say, Flobo?
Bianca, man. That was a cool moment. Right. Michael Cole had it on commentary. 2 black women in the match. That was great.
That was great. Exactly. Sock monkey.
I mean, how could I not agree with my man Flobo? I mean, Flobo knows that my moment of the year goes to Bianca Belair winning in a main event of WrestleMania. Like, how big of a moment that was for her to win the SmackDown Women's Championship in the grandest stage of them all. Like, that was a moment that, can't be replicated, and it was just awesome to see. I mean, the EST is the EST for something, so it has to be that moment.
It's Bianca at Mania. It's not even close. Not even close, guys.
It was special, and to see Bianca win, and not only win, but headline. But not only that, when she ran to her family and she was like running in the audience, and not only that, that whole crowd stayed during that reign. It was crazy and it was something special, and I get goosebumps literally talking about it. So yes, that was definitely going on there, and I had to put Christian on there for you because you two are the only people I know that would have voted for that. So the next the next category is something so close to my heart, something that I hold so dear, something that I don't know, I feel is very, as you can look around me, cultural. The best shoe game in professional wrestling. Yes, yes, yes. So, look, the days of wrestling and wrestling boots are far gone. Nobody's wrestling boots anymore. It's either wrestling shoes and kick pads, or maybe they're pulling out some resale shoes and wrestling in that. So, the category for best shoe game in wrestling is the Young Bucks, Kofi Kingston, Trey Miguel, and Adam Cole, Bay.
Pingo, what do you think?
I failed this assignment too. I didn't know.
What is that? What is
You look so pissed off. Listen to those categories like this one.
No, I'm sorry. I'm preparing for the next. I'm like, what's the next
okay.
one?
I'm picking AJ Francis, man, because not only can he have the game, he raps about it. I mean, come on, let's be real.
Yeah, that is that, and that's a solid one. Justin, who do you got?
I don't know.
You know.
No, I don't. I don't. Like, I don't have. Like, I don't.
Say your friends.
I was no. Don't.
Say your friends.
No, but that's not fair. That's not fair because I'm also friends with AJ. We're cool. AJ was a co-host of the TFC show and they won the first 3 episodes.
Yeah, Neeson.
Well, then he should have said one of them. I don't know. This is on him.
I don't know. For him. I'm gonna go with the Young Bucks. So they put a spotlight on them. They put thumbtacks on the bottom. You know, they really made it like a thing. They went viral with it, but I don't know shit about sneakers or kicks or anything.
Apparently,
I'm gonna go there.
Sneakers, or as some people call them, kicks.
Wow.
Whatever you guys
they put a spotlight on them. They made them popular.
They didn't make them popular.
Monkey Mike.
They got innovated with them. Did any of the other wrestlers put thumbtacks on the bottom and ruin them and get called out for wearing fake ones? They got people talking about it. Everyone else is just wearing them. They got people talking about it. There's one thing to get people talking about it and just wearing them. You can wear the nicest jacket in the world, but to get people talking about that jacket, that's a different game.
Okay.
This is your opinion.
He just said you're wearing the nicest jacket in the world, and I agree.
So here's the thing. Justin has said it, and it how can you not say the Young Bucks? I mean, the way I'm not a huge Young Bucks fan. Like, I'm not. But at the same time, the drip is real. Like, the drip is real, and the way that they have been showing off their kick game, since we like to do modern terms here. I think the Young Bucks,
as the kids are saying,
so,
the kick
but
game.
We cannot say that they're the all-time best at doing the shoes. Shane McMahon is the greatest of ever doing the shoe game. I'm just saying.
Trailblazer. I can't say the best. He's Trailblazer.
I mean, he started it,
but fair. This is fair. Well, let's start, but fair.
But the Young Bucks. Bucks to you.
I want to hear.
No, it's actually Pingo's turn.
It's the Young Bucks because the internet was talking about it it went viral, and not just the thumbtacks. It was, I believe, when there was a still of one of them bending the shoe as creasing it, and people were very up in arms about that. I'm gonna say the Young Bucks because also they match their gear with their shoes, not the other way around. I feel.
This pal's a sham.
A sham, I tell you. A sham. Oh my God.
I can't.
What am I supposed to do?
I can't.
What am I supposed to do here? All right.
I can't.
Okay. Okay. I because I'm just thinking. I just want to ask Flobo before I give mine.
What's up?
Hey, what did Eminem event rap because he made it popular?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
He didn't make it popular. He's not the only person that made it popular.
You know what? You're absolutely right. He is not the only person that made it popular. He sold, just because he went diamond and sold all those things, just because he had the internet and people talking about him, he is not the only. You are absolutely right. Just interesting that you picked your friends. So
your friends. # your friends.
I should be on these panels because I have way too many biases.
And look, and the reason why, and I know, I say Trey Miguel, and people are like, what? But his shoe collection and his shoe game is phenomenal. The man has a whole room, like not even like a room, but like a living room. It looks like, as a closet with an island in the middle of shoes. When I say a shoe game is phenomenal, it's phenomenal. AJ Francis, like you said, he actually raps about the shoes that he wears, and he actually has one person that I had to point to, and the reason why I picked this man is Kofi Kingston.
Ooh.
Kofi Kingston, before it was a thing, if you remember, Pingle, and you and Parker would talk about, we would literally be like, yo, did you see, is that like we would literally watch Kofi Kingston spots just to look at the shoes and just to see what he was doing before a Young Bucks was, making things go viral and making it popular, and the cool kicks, it was Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston was putting it on the map. And the reason why I had to say Adam Cole on there is because Adam Cole has low key been wearing some fire joints, and he doesn't have to boast about it. He doesn't even have to show it off, but he's been doing that since the good old black and gold brand. And he's been wearing those Jordan. Now, we'll say they're mids, and we don't respect anything mid over here at THS Wrestling. Do not wear mids at all. We will shame you. But I would say Kofi Kingston for me, but I would have to say the winner is the Young Bucks. Justin, how do you feel about your friends winning, huh?
I'm happy, but to my point, listen, I am actually a big Trey Miguel fan. I think he's great, but this is why I said this category is a weird topic for me, because at no point am I watching Trey Miguel match or any of these matches, to be honest, and being like, let me look at the shoes. Anytime I watch a promo, I'm never like, let me look at the shoes, because I've just never been a part of that like culture and that thing. It's never been a part
the
of
Young Bucks introduced you to that culture.
No, they haven't. I just know that people talk about them when they do. Like, they wore the Dior's and everyone was like, that's fake. They got it, people talking about it. Kofi's been wearing these shoes for years. Not everybody's been talking about it to that extent in a negative way. Negativity goes a different way than the positiveness.
Because they're real.
No, 100%. And I get that. So I was only voting off of like, who do I hear about the most? Yeah, I've seen the Kofi wear them before, and I've seen Shane wear them back in the day, and some of the women's wrestlers even try to wear some nice shoes and stuff. People are like, I don't pay attention because I don't know anything. If you put two pairs of shoes on the screen now and ask me which is which, I wouldn't know.
I get it.
Wait, colors? There's some shoes are different colors.
I just wouldn't know. It'd be like, this is this and that's a mid and that's like, I have no idea. Like, when I'm telling you how far off my knowledge is on this, it's ridiculous. Like, my cousins, I take them when I go shoe shopping. I'm like, what should I get? I grab it. I'm that old guy. Great hair's coming in. I'm that guy. I don't know. I literally don't know.
Wait, yeah, but
man, there's no Young Bucks.
I know what.
So guys, the fact that the Young Bucks won and I voted for them kind of makes all you look dumb too. So like,
wow,
whoa,
well, hold on. We're gonna move on. We're moving on. Moving on,
please.
Draped in gold.
DrapeInGold.com.
Yeah, Draped in Gold.
I have no knowledge. Speaking of voted the same thing.
Pinko, I was gonna ask you, did you want to flip this? Because again, this is a thing that you
wow, fine, sure.
Oh, I'm excited for this one because it's like three-way dance. Because this okay. I don't want to spoil it, but
all right. So we are moving on to the match of the year in the Fed in WWE. That is the Fed, as the Twitter people like to say. So we have Bianca versus Sasha at WrestleMania. We have Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns. Last man standing match, January 30. That feels like it was forever ago. January 31st. 2021. We have Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan for the Universal Championship at Fastlane, March 21st, 2021. And then we have Seth Rollins versus Edge, Hell in the Cell, August 21st, 2021. I want to throw it to the man that knows so much about WWE. Pingle, which one did you pick?
You know what? What is this nonsense? Because I watched every single one of these matches, and I mean, if we want to, I'm feeling a little attacked here. Do you want me to link? Do you want me to link you to all the fucking wrestling I watch all year?
Absolutely.
Okay. Anyway,
I
watched. I watch every, yes, acknowledge me and the contributions I do and the sleep I don't get. And I watch WWE matches when I feel like it. And I watched every single one of these, and that's my right. And that's everybody's right. You don't have to watch AEW. You don't have to watch WWE. You don't have to watch Noah. You don't have to watch All Japan. You don't have to watch Ring of Honor. You want me to keep going? You don't have to watch Tokyo
GCW.
Joshi Pro.
GCW.
You can watch whatever you want. And I watched every single one of these matches. And I will say, GCW, yes, they are also a professional wrestling promotion.
PCW.
PCW Ultra is also a wrestling promotion.
VXF.
What? XPW?
No, VXX. Violence and
Oh.
suffering.
He's an XPW.
I mean, listen, we can sit here and name professional wrestling promotions till the cows come home. But we're talking about the best matches in WWE. And this is me saying it.
Ooh,
The guy who apparently doesn't watch anything.
You watch
it's
everything.
It's Bianca and Sasha. It's not even close. Sorry. That's the match of the year. Not even close. All the other matches, they were fine matches. Roman Reigns, I'd just like to point out, is on this list twice. But it's Bianca Sasha. That's what I'm saying.
Flobo.
Yeah, I think by default here. I mean, I'm not saying these matches were bad at all, but again, this match for your WWE and not having Dragunov Walter just seems like a glaring omission. I'm telling you.
I think of.
And it
No,
wasn't
he's
the
right.
best match they had.
He is
together.
not the only person that voted on this that is like, hey, why didn't you put that match on there? And I'll just say right now, my bad.
Oh, you just sell me out like that.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, Bianca Sasha. You're right.
My bad.
Like, just sell me out. Like,
I'm selling you out.
Bear me
I
sorry,
added
brother.
her before I did.
I added to the list too. It's my bad. Sorry.
Actually, it was really tough to make this list, to be honest with you. This category. Justin.
Bianca and Sasha. Listen, these other matches are great. I watched that match
Ooh.
most times. 7 times. I watched that match 7 times. Honestly.
Ooh, I only say ooh because Sock Monkey Mike made a reaction. So I'm just curious to see if you had something. It seems like you had a different opinion here as you shake your head. Tell me, Sock Monkey Mike. Tell me that you didn't donate to the NAACP without telling. No, play.
Oh, wow.
Tell me,
Wow.
Sock Monkey
my
Mike.
God.
Which
I did on his behalf. Go ahead. You cool.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So I'm going to be out of the minority here. I am going to say, because I didn't watch a lot of WWE matches this year, because I wasn't just invested in the product as I was in previous years. But the one match, there's 2 matches that I watched and they were part of this list. But the match that got me more invested, I'm sorry, it was not Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair. It wasn't. It was actually Edge versus Seth Rollins. Because the story within that, again, it all goes back to story. The story within that match and the way that match had storytelling within the match when it happened inside Hell in a Cell out of all places. And you saw the best in Edge and you saw the best of Seth Rollins. Mm-hmm. That to me is the best match of WWE, especially in the year 2021.
Wow.
Dead silence.
No, because you made some
point.
good points. And honestly, the reason why it was hard for me to really choose which one out of these, it was because of the points you just made. I felt like the Hell in a Cell match, if that didn't happen, I would have been instantly like, Sasha and Bianca's not gonna die. But the way, look, Seth Rollins is on a trajectory to he's making a Hall of Fame year out of these last 2 years. From the pandemic era to now, and the way he threw his body around, the man went from like the cage, from the ring to the cage and fell on the floor. He was just throwing his body around, but also he was telling a story, and the story that they told, the chemistry that they have, it really culminated. It made sense. It wasn't just a random Hell in a Cell, like we're doing that. No, it actually made sense. It was actually in a trilogy. It was actually the last one. It was definitive. Okay. So I get why you say that. I understand why you say that. But to me personally, the reason why I chose Bianca and Sasha, one, I was there. And it's nothing that could beat that. Like for me, I was there. And then second, to see the genuine enjoyment that Sasha had that whole match, was the most like it made you feel away. And I know it's supposed to be about these characters working to make us feel whatever they're trying to sell, right? To make us buy whatever they're trying to sell. Absolutely. But it was something about two humans making history at that point and at that moment. So that's why I chose that as the best match in WWE, because we don't get that a lot in WWE. Most of my best matches happen outside of WWE. So, sorry, I had to put Walter Dragunov on there.
I agree with you, Neeson. And I'm assuming the Hell in a Cell is a crown jewel, the one that was a crown jewel this year.
Yeah, crown jewel.
To Sock Monkey Mike's point, this was historic because it was the first match, Hell in a Cell match refereed by a woman in Saudi Arabia. So there was that there too. It wasn't just a throwaway match, but I'm with Bianca.
AEW match of the year. We got 5 matches here. We have Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson. That 30-minute time limit draws. We had Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa, lights out non-sanctioned match from March 17th. We had Lucha Bros versus the Young Bucks, the AEW World Tag Team Championship cage match. Hikaru Shida taking on Serena Deeb. This was the first round match in the TBS women's title tournament, an upset, if you will.
Was that the 50 one?
I'm sorry?
Was that the 50 win one?
Yes, that was the 50 win one. And then we had CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston from Full Gear. Let's go with Justin.
Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa, I didn't see coming. And I didn't expect it to be what it was. And I didn't expect it to have those iconic bloody moments. I don't think we've seen that with two women, especially under the mainstream wrestling of WWE and now AEW. Like, I know I've seen it on the independents and some other companies and stuff like that, but I've never seen two women go out there and bleed like this and beat the crap out of each other like this. And when I look back at 2021 and I remember that match happened this year, I was like, oh, that was something. So I'm going to go with that because I didn't expect it. And it was something that, like, 2-3 years from now, I'll still, like, not, like I said, a lot of these other matches I'll probably say the same thing about, but there's, like, just reasons why. It's Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa just kind of, and that's the one division in that company that, like, needs the most help, but they had a standout moment like that. So, like, that's the match.
I'm going to have to go with, and I'm going to hate myself for this because I'm going to probably end up changing my answer afterwards. I have to say is the lights out match between Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker, because again, when it comes back to putting eyes on the product, that put eyes on the product, it especially put on eyes on a product that needed the eyes the most, in my opinion.
Lobo.
Where is Kenny Omega Hangman Page? You just said how good that match was like 20 minutes ago. And my favorite match, Kenny Omega versus Christian, says the mighty Kenny Omega got pinned on television after, you know what? Forget it.
Where's MJF and Darby? That was
okay. Well, I guess looking at this list here,
where's Scotty Lee Johnson versus Benjamin Carter from AEW Dark?
You know, this black guys don't go on over that promotion. I'm gonna go with Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa as well, just because it was something we didn't see coming. It was a good main event, and Britt Baker rolled that out for a long time and elevated her status. And Thunder Rosa was an import that AEW needed and paid dividends instantly.
Lucha Bros, Young Bucks.
10 different finishes.
Second choice. That was my second choice.
10 finishes.
Yeah. Well,
that's all I noticed.
Oh, you said what?
He said he picked the Young Bucks.
Said you picked the Young Bucks. That's all I noticed.
Of course it is. It's your friends.
The fans have spoken, and they do not hold the same opinion that any of you have. The match of the year is the 30-minute time limit draw. Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson. Thoughts? Oh man, Flobo, tell me what.
Time limit draws are annulments. That means they don't happen. And it wasn't a match. It was a no contest. Facts. How can a no contest win something?
Facts.
I quit.
I can't. You said it best.
I quit, man.
The match was great, but like, there's no ending. If Mike wants to talk about stories, there's no ending.
But it did end when the time limit ended. That was the end.
That's no end. Again, yes, would you like me to give my analogy that I gave on the show?
No, everyone just go to facebook.com/THS Wrestling News and watch our show from last week. and you will see
It was
exactly.
also the same issue I had with Punk and Kingston, though. Like, I didn't bring this part up to it. Like, I liked the match, but then there was nothing else that happened after.
Mhm.
That's a common thread in AEW. Just keep that in mind.
What do you mean that nothing happened after?
No,
After
they just moved on. Like, you think something
after
would follow
hold
that.
on, hold on. So
No.
after the match happened,
There wasn't like another match, or
so that's why. But that's why that match wasn't good, because nothing else happened after.
Yeah, because I thought about the match. I'm like, it was a great match, and there was great build up. But now I think about the match, I was like, it's just another. And this goes, like I said, this could be a whole different show. This goes.
Oh,
back,
it could.
Pingle's
this
mad.
goes back to CM Punk's run thus far, which has been very just, hey, I'm here, I'm happy to be back, and I'm doing stuff, but nothing to sink your teeth into.
But Pingle, can I just tag me in real quick? Tag. Awesome.
I don't know what side you're on here.
Yeah, I don't know what side. Yeah, I don't know either. Okay, tag. Yeah, we're talking about matches at the match, not what happened afterwards and storylines and et cetera, right? So to Pingle's point, I understand that the match, like, again, the match was great, but when we talk about the end and there's no end,
but it did.
It's just the
There was no end. If
There
I
was
do
no
a run in,
end.
the match won't count, will it?
Yeah,
But the match would still be, that would be the end of the match, would be a run-in. That'd be
No,
the end.
I sorry, cut you off.
No, and
I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know.
School
I would
traditional
say-
wrestling, a time limit draw is like a thing.
the Super Bowl,
That's
the Super Bowl's ending ties.
Ooh.
We'll see. We'll see this year. No.
That was great.
Football
Okay.
reference.
Right. Football. Fuck football that we jobbed out to him multiple times.
Wow.
We have match of the year for New Japan Pro Wrestling.
The 50-50, guys.
It's gonna be
50-50.
hard.
50-50.
Now, sorry, before you
please,
continue,
Go.
I know there are only 2 matches on this, but literally everything that I started just putting like Shingo Takagi versus Shingo Takagi versus and I was like, okay, this can't all be Shingo matches, because then it would show how much I love Shingo Takagi. So we're doing the 50-50 split here. These are 2 of the matches that stood out to me the most. Neeson.
First one is going to be Jay White versus Kota Ibushi. The second is going to be Will Ospreay versus Shingo. Says what I say. Takagi.
Which one?
That is the New Japan Cup final.
Because those are the only 2 matches I watched. I said G1 earlier. That's what I meant was a New Japan. Those are the only 2 matches on this.
All right. So we have A and B, 50-50 chance to go. I'm gonna save the last one for Pingle. So I'm going to start with Sock Monkey Mike.
I'm gonna ruffle a lot of feathers with this choice.
Rolls feathers.
No,
I'm
you're
gonna
not.
ruffle a lot of
It's only
feathers.
It's only 2 options.
I know. But see, I loved both matches for different reasons. One match was for the storytelling. The other match was just for the way that they did it inside the ring. Like, how can you not love what had happened? So Jay White versus I'm so sorry, what was the other?
Kota Ibushi match
Versus Kota Ibushi. I mean, I love both to death. I think Jay White's killing it in New Japan this time around. I got to see him live over in Riverside, California, where they did some New Japan Strong tapings. And boy, he could still go after all these years. When he first introduced himself as a Switchblade, when he was clean shaven, and then now what he's been doing with just everything that he's been doing with Bullet Club, and just the way that he's evolved throughout time. So I'm going to say that match, because the story within that match, the 2 different styles of Kota Ibushi, who's been killing it all these past years, and just, again, Jay White and the way that he choreographs things. So I'm going to say that match. I mean, I can't speak a lot I'm not a frequent watcher, but I say that match.
Flobo.
I mean, it breaks my heart, because if there really was someone that where we say who carried the company, Shingo's done it, right? Shingo's done it. I'm not the biggest Will Ospreay fan, but that's no knock against Shingo. But unification matches, man, I'm a total mark for that. You know what I mean? The stakes in the ring matter. And I think it did matter in that Kota Ibushi matchup with Jay White. So I'm with Mike on that one. I'm going with that one. But because I'm picking that one, I am not hating on Shingo. Please don't tell him this. I don't want him to come to my house.
We're not gonna tell him that you're hating on. I just make sure I tweet him. He got Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Justin.
I hate Ospreay though.
Yeah, but I'll tweet him this clip exactly. I just put I hate Shingo on it. I just edit it. I hate Shingo.
I thoroughly enjoyed both matches. Don't get me wrong. I felt like the Kota J match though followed a very Wrestle Kingdom formula in the match itself. Like it was great, but then it came to a lot of the finisher spam at the end, and it's just a very Wrestle Kingdom formula that we've gotten in the past 4 or 5 years, where the end is just a lot of people hitting their finishes over and over again. And I was like, oh, they kicked out. Like it gave me a lot of that. So I'm gonna go with Will and Shingo.
Wow. All right.
Shingo,
yeah. All right. Well, that's great. So last but not least, because he didn't want to put Shingo on here for
4,000 times.
He's the best year, man, by far. I don't knock this.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
MVP of the MVP.
I'm not disagreeing. So hey, who do you have? 50-50, Pinkle?
Not Shingo and Will. My match of the year is Jay White and Kota Ibushi unification match.
Good answer. I like it.
So I don't want to take up too much time, but the thing with Jay White is they hate him in Japan. They hate him. And there's always the oh no, Jay White could win this. And we at THS love Jay White. You go watch the interview on YouTube, friend of the show. But there is always that, oh no, he could win that. And honestly, Kota beat my boy Tetsuya Naito the night before, so fuck him. I was hoping Jay White would pull out a win as well, and maybe we'd have a better looking belt.
That's also a great one because Jay White and Kota Ibushi won out of the 50-50.
For Jay, man.
Oh, unification matches, man. Always.
Unification matches. I mean, we have a big one coming up. Drake to go.
Does that make us North Americans like all heels because we all like Jay White?
Yeah, I guess.
I think so. Yeah,
I think so. Probably. Yeah.
I'll accept that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Raw fans.
All right. So now we are moving on to overall match of the year. And
who made this category? Because it looked like you guys already knew the answer to the AEW one.
It seemed like it, right?
Yeah. We did think that, right?
You would think that you just assumed that was going to win, so we might as well put that in overall.
Well, you know what happens when you assume. You're usually right.
It is true. Occam's razor.
This is very true.
Yep.
Very true.
So overall matches of the year, we have Bianca versus Sasha, Mania, Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson, Seth Rollins versus Edge,
10-21.
Jay White versus Kota Ibushi. Let's go with Flobo. What do you think here, man?
First of all, it always says 8-21. I'm like, what match between Seth Rollins and Edge did I miss? As much as I am a big Edge detractor, I do think that he is above average. I do think that match meant a lot more to not only the story between Seth and Edge, them opening the card at Crown Jewel, the Riyadh season, and the significance of having a card there. That's the one I did not expect. This was the greatest wrestling match should have got with Orton the year before. Bianca and Sasha was great, but I can't have them win everything. So,
all right, Mike, what do you think, man?
Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair, man, they killed it.
As much as I want to say Sasha, actually, I'm gonna say Edge and Seth. I'm just gonna. It was a great way to end the story.
Sometimes I just like watching the world burn. As I sit here and I sit on my high horse talking about draws mean nothing in professional wrestling. I will say this: starting off a Dynamite show at a tennis stadium, 20,000 people, a match that we never thought we'd actually see. I still got to pick Bianca and Sasha. I just got to pick it. I don't understand.
I can't believe it.
I still have to pick it.
It's pro tennis, bro. Are you kidding me?
You brought up tennis.
I get it.
You swerved us, Neeson, with your description of what you led us to believe was match of the year, but the fans have voted, and it is Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson.
Boo! Boo the fans. Tennis
Booing.
fans, I swear to you.
Booing the fans.
It's hype.
Boo the
All it is
fans.
hype. It's hype.
I will be in the
The
middle of
match
the
was very
ring
good though.
booing that 20,000. How's it good if it didn't? What ending?
It didn't
Pingle.
exist. Didn't
Pingle.
A time
Pingle.
limit draw technically
Hey,
isn't
Who
ending.
fucking
No, it isn't.
cares? Who cares?
It matters.
Hey, Pingle.
Jesus Christ.
You know what?
Of
Hey guys,
ladder
watch
this thing.
THS Wrestling. Go to
if
YouTube
I-
and Facebook.
If I
watch
asked
my
you like
thing.
what was the ending of the match, you'd
The ending was the time limit draw.
they ran out of
because-
time.
Hey, who won?
Who
It
won that
does-
match?
nobody
How did
won
that
because
show
the
end?
time
the time
limit-
Nope.
The
ended.
time limit.
Nobody wins.
I
What's
wish
that
that happened
show?
in a movie or real life. Like, I'll kick your ass. I'm out of time right now. This is something that sucks. I can't.
Can I do Spider-Man spoilers here? No.
No.
Can I?
I mean, I
Did
can.
they kill Thanos? No, the time ended.
Right. It's like I am. Sorry guys, that's it. That's the time.
Roll credits.
See?
They ran out of
See,
time for the
2021,
movie, so like we have to wait for the sequel.
Oh my gosh.
We're not attacking you, people. I promise.
We totally are.
We're attacking the match. All right. I'm sorry. Let's go over to events of the year. Now, formerly this was called pay-per-view of the year, but you know, streaming services have things, so we just call them events of the year. And honestly, it really would have been a whole bunch of AEW stuff, but we really just had to give a major, slot to each of the major promotions. So, NJPW, Wrestle Kingdom 15 Night 2, WrestleMania 37 Night 1, and All Out 2021.
Wait, who was on Kingdom Part 2? Night 2? What match? was it?
I got it.
Yeah, please.
Yep.
tell-
Bingo.
All right. So I would probably say probably Wrestle Kingdom Night 2 for me. I'll just run down the matches that were great. We had Shingo versus Jeff Cobb, which
Okay. All right, all right.
5 days in, match of the year.
Gotcha.
And then, they were like, hey, Hiromu and Ishimori, why don't you guys try and top that? And they said, okay. And they put on a banger of a match as well. And then after that, Jay White and Kota Ibushi. Those are 3 fantastic matches. All in my top whatever of the year. But I mean, the other 2 also great. We had Lashley, Drew McIntyre. We had the Bad Bunny and Damian Priest, Miz Morrison match, which was absolutely insane. We had Cesaro getting his moment against Seth Rollins. And then we had the main event, which was Bianca Belair winning the SmackDown Women's Championship. And All Out, CM Punk returning, defeating Darby Allin. We had Omega, Christian Cage with the double debut at the end. We had the steel cage match for the AEW Tag Team Championships. And we had, in my opinion, a pretty good match between Britt Baker and Chris Statlander. And there were some other matches, but that's just a sampling of
Got it,
what
got
was
it.
in there.
Yeah. I'm Big Jeff Cobb, Mark.
But mine is Wrestle Kingdom 15 Night 2. And I'll let
And
you
no
guys talk as
arguments
I'm
there,
out.
man. For me,
Hold
my
on.
favorite one was WrestleMania because it was my favorite one was WrestleMania because of the event, because it was a 2-night one. There was fans. It was the 45-minute delay. Trying to figure out how I was going to do it, but there's no doubt in my mind that the tightest event was All Out. You had the actual matches, you had the story, you had the debuts, so it was good for casuals. It was good for hardcore fans. It was good for everyone, but didn't have any expectations like WrestleMania does going in. WrestleMania delivered. All Out didn't have to, and it did. So I think the tightest event has to be All Out AEW for sure.
If you ask me right now, let me put it this way. If you ask me right now which one I'd want to watch and throw on after we finish this, I'd probably throw on All Out.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Mr. Jimmy World Order himself about to interview Bobby Fish. Sock Monkey Mike.
I'm gonna have to say, despite popular belief, I'm gonna actually say WrestleMania, because WrestleMania was the first ones back with fans after a whole worldwide pandemic, which was actually the last one, of course, was inside the WWE Performance Center. And just the way that, they were able to think on their feet with the interviews, pre-show. What it was long, yes, but they thought on their feet, and it was great.
The fans of THS Wrestling, you people, picked AEW All Out 2021. Yes, they did not pick WrestleMania. They did not pick Wrestle Kingdom. Fortunately, I have seen some matches on Wrestle Kingdom, and I feel like if I would have sat and watched all of it, I probably would have done it. But again, this is why Pingle really, guys, is the GOAT. And I'm using that really because he stays up and watches these things live. And not only does he stays up and watch them live, he takes notes. Then this is in January, and he watches hundreds of matches, and he makes an end of the year best top 100 end of the year list. He is the GOAT in my eyes.
Writing that yet.
But,
I was gonna say, when is that coming out? I'm intrigued.
Oh, yeah.
It'll come out.
Almanac.
It'll come out by the 1st for sure.
And look at that. It'll come out by the 1st, guys.
I gotta start typing.
Okay.
So he's probably typing. He's probably
guy.
typing it. He's probably typing it right now. So when I say he's the GOAT, and the reason why I say that he watches everything, and the reason why I really joke about him watching WWE, because he doesn't have time to watch it, because he hits me and says, I have to watch 15 matches of Noah in like 3 hours or some shit. And I'm just like, how do you do it? I don't know. So
that's wild.
yes, the man is
I'm nodding off
go.
a lot during them.
No, and then he'll watch him on, and then this is a give flowers to Pingle time, and then he'll watch him on Twitch and actually like talk with people on Twitch. So not only is he watching the match, he's being entertaining, and trying to talk to people. So the man is the GOAT, and I give him his flowers. So I would say Wrestle Kingdom like you, but
do the work, build the brand. Why not?
All right. Well, All Out had some viral moments at the end, but we're going to talk about our best viral moment of the year, and we have 5 choices, and they are interesting, to say the least. One of them is Arn Anderson's gun, when he cut a promo on Cody and talked about his gun. The internet lost its mind.
Glock Anderson, baby.
Glock Anderson. Cody going through a flaming table and being like, "Hey guys, did I do a good job?"
Boo! Everybody booed him.
Big E cashing in and becoming WWE champion.
Want to go big? Then say that.
Nia Jax, my hole comment that was all over the internet.
That was really well, yeah.
CM Punk making his return to the great sport of professional wrestling.
The one that stands out to me, and it's probably not going to win this award, but I mean, I have to go with Nia Jax's My Hole, because like that was something where it was very trendy, it was very wild, and Justin's just nodding his head because he's probably going to say
because you're a fan of her hole.
Not her.
Just the hole is trendy, and
say it, Justin. Go ahead.
No, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to say it.
So you like Nia Jax's hole, and that's great. I'm sure.
Bless
others.
Bless up. Gross. I can't give CM Punk viral moment because I watched it live. If it wasn't viral for me, I was there. Like I was not there, but I was watching it. So to me, the thing I saw on the internet where everything blew up for the fun stuff had to be Arn Anderson. Like old people got involved, young people got involved, AEW, WWE. Everyone who Arn was like, why is he toting a gun? I need to know why. And the promo was even more bananas. So yeah, I'm going with Arn Anderson.
I'm going with double A too. That like, what about viral moment? That dude said, I would whip out the Glock
like
on national television in a industry in form of entertainment where people have a really hard time drawing what's real and scripted. This guy
was not scripted. I can tell you that.
Arn Anderson has some bodies.
You can't say certain things in professional wrestling or do certain things in professional wrestling because there's fans out there that sometimes forget that professional wrestling is still, to an extent, a predetermined scripted show. So when you're dealing with a fan base that has a really hard time of drawing the line between fantasy and reality, him going out there saying that in most cases in my life, I would whip out the Glock and be like,
Tony's like, wait, what did he say? What did he say?
You're not stealing my car. And I put it to your head. Like, that is like.
Now, to Flobo's point about being viral, right? And what did you maybe not see that you caught on the internet that really, caught fire? No pun intended. Cody Rhodes going through a flaming table, and it wasn't for the fact that he actually went through the flaming table. Matter of fact, I think Pingle sent me a clip, I believe, of the end or something like that. But what I seen on Twitter was people were like, "Yeah, we still don't like you," and it was like, and I was just like, "Yo, this man just went through a take." Like, I went back to watch the match. And I'm like, this man was literally putting his life on the line, and people are on Twitter like,
just bodying him.
Who cares? What do you thought? Like, I seen one was like he was like, Cody Rhodes goes to a table to save racism, and I was just like,
he solves it.
Like, the man. I was like, this
my
man
wife is black.
Yeah. I was like, this man is never gonna live this shit down.
Yo, that one was that promo? Was that Anthony Ogogo thing this year?
It was.
It was
Honestly,
this year.
That
was
was
this year.
Cody Rhodes' babyface one jumped the shark.
Oh, it was a wrap. It was a wrap after that. It was done. It was done. And because he doubled down on it. Yeah, because he was like, no, like, yeah, because I'm having an interracial kid. Like, racism's dead. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King.
To your point, Danielson, isn't Cody Rhodes just like the best viral moment of the year? Because that promo.
I'm saying, yeah.
Come on, family.
Yeah, I'm saying to me personally, like that is out of these, because I watched Glock Anderson live, and I was just like, did he just say that live? And then I mean, of course, I watched CM Punk. We were in the car together in Florida. I mean, in Vegas. I was like, wait, did she really? I rewinded and saw it live, and then Biggie's Cash, and of course, we all got hip to it, and I watched it, and it was still like, cool. Cody Rhodes going through a flaming table for our enjoyment, and for us just to be like, nah, fuck you. It was the most amazing thing, and still to this day, guys, he has a shirt that just came out on AEW Shop that says, baby, what does it say?
Babyface, heel,
winner.
He's not a bad guy. He's the guy.
Exactly. He's playing the John Cena, Roman Reigns road to a T. And hey, I love it, because why is making him a viral sensation in my eyes? But that's my pick. Who's the winner, Pingle?
Winner of the viral moment of the year is CM Punk coming back to professional wrestling. There you go.
Fans voted. You people. All right. I'm doing the last, definitely least, category of the night, day, whenever you people are watching this. It is the drippiest of wrestling. I mean, come on. But I'm not a bump taker.
On his birthday.
But it was the drippiest of professional wrestling. For our nominees, we have Ricochet, which was Dripochet. We got Seth Drippin' Rollins, Young Bucks. We have Becky Lynch, and we have Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. Now, you may say, why I put Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky? And why did you nominate them, Neeson? Why? Well, guys, if you actually look, they're actually pulling off some very, very clean, formal cash wear in professional wrestling. Doesn't look like they're about to get into a wrestling ring at all, but it does look like they're going to be on what's a B-list GQ magazine, In Style, one of those, something like that. Looks like they're going to be on the In Style magazine. So I had to add them on there because they are pulling off some pretty fire fits. But I want to start with one of the drippiest mans that I know. Oh so dear and oh so true, because the man has a blazer and he has the shirt open. I see the top button. You got it. Was that a chain on under that too? Probably not a chain. He don't got the chest hairs open right now. Yeah, he got the. What is that? Is that a floral shirt?
Yeah, it's a golden paisley, man.
Because he's dripped in gold. Because he is dripped in gold, ladies and gentlemen. I have to start off with Flobo.
Man, you guys want to see I'm actually wearing basketball shorts the other half of this, but of the options, that's the way to do it. See, that's areas everything. Of the options given, I got to get the Ricochet, man. I would have picked Montez Ford myself, but Ricochet off camera does all these looks, and he just makes it work for him. He's like a different person half the time. So Ricochet's my choice.
Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky, the men of the year. There's a reason why they have that theme song. There's a reason why they have what they have. Every single episode of Dynamite, every single episode of Rampage, every single episode of Dark and Elevation, even though nobody watches those two, they are dripping in gold.
Well, before I announce the winner, I would just like to give my thoughts on this category because it is very special to my heart, like the shoes. Justin said about inspiring kids and things that you watch. I love fashion. I love clothes. And I think fashion makes a statement to who you are when you're not in wrestling gear.
Yeah.
And so to see these people actually look like stars and things that I will wear, it's amazing. First, I want to talk about Becky Lynch. I know nobody picked Becky Lynch on here, but Becky Lynch, to me, honestly, was the first person to really come out of this crew, the first person to really step out right before she got pregnant. She was coming with the big furs, with the big glasses, looking like John Legend, Elton John, and Conor McGregor, and
Amelia
she was
Earhart.
looking like Magic Johnson with the big furs coming through the hallways, like. She had it before any of those people on the list. Now, I will say this though. I have beef with Seth Rollins because he started calling himself Seth Drippin' Rollins and the Drip God and Drip King and all these drips when Dripachet was doing it way before him. He was putting on these fits time and time again on Instagram when he was doing backstage. As a matter of fact, guys, I don't know if you guys remember this. Remember he was wrestling jeans for a hot second against Sheamus? He was actually coming out in like fits. Dripachet should have been his character. That would have been a thing. We talk about gimmicks and we talk about characters. That would have been the thing to put Ricochet on television and give him a storyline and give him something else to sink his teeth into so we could see more of the half man, half amazing, whatever they want to call him, superhero, whatever the hell. that would have been it. That would have been it. But Seth Rollins is my pick, and Seth Rollins wins, unfortunately. He wins.
Unfortunately.
Well, look, man. Okay, I want it again. My heart wanted Ricochet. Okay, my heart wanted Ricochet.
Man, Seth Rollins and the Young Bucks is changing the game.
This guy
with the creases, fake ass shoes. Changing your bio. I think you starting something.
Oh man.
Yeah, all right. Talk to your friends, but
I got one. This is not a topic anyone voted on. We usually do this at the end of our year-end awards. This I don't think it was mentioned to anyone, but I'm kind of putting people on the spot. But I need one prediction for 2022 in wrestling. What do you think is one prediction that will come true? Last year, just for instance, I said that Raquel Gonzalez would be NXT champion, I think sooner rather than later. And that happened. So let's go with Neeson. Do you have a prediction for 2022 in the year of wrestling that you could think of off the top of your head right now?
2022, my prediction is going just in wrestling. I think
wrestling.
Yeah, in wrestling in general. You know what? It's pretty interesting 2022 because I feel like anything that I could predict is kind of already like tipped their hands to. So I'm gonna go with the shocker one that 2022 is gonna be the first year that we see somebody go from AEW to WWE in a big way.
Yeah.
What's
the caveat for big? Because I mean, there's
in a big way. So not Royal Rumble, but meaning they're gonna show up on a main show, some sort of main pay-per-view, and it's gonna have an instant impact. You mean not NXT 2.0, not
main roster,
down south swag,
boom boom,
not 205 Live,
NXT Dark.
All right,
NXT Dark, right? That's my pick.
Okay, I will go just to give everyone else some time because I know we kind of just sprung this on you. By the end of 2022, Jungle Boy will be AEW World Champion.
Oh wow.
Ooh, you're so wrong.
I know, but that's a bold prediction, and I'm sticking with it.
I'll raise your bold prediction. Grayson Waller becomes United States champion by year's end.
Oh my God.
United States, of course that's gonna happen. That's not even bold. That's like very likely to happen.
Grayson Waller?
Grayson Waller effect. Cora Jade becomes NXT Women's Champion. How about that?
Yes.
All right, I'll do that. That's what
That could happen, yeah.
I strongly believe that Braun Breaker will be in a world title situation in 2022 on the main roster by the summer.
I could see that.
And
That's a good one.
And I don't know
That's
if
a
it's
good one.
Roman or whatever, but Braun Breaker will be. And like I said, I don't know if he's going to win the title, but he will definitely be in a world title match by the summer of 2022.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Mike?
I believe that we as wrestling fans, whether you like one company or another, I feel like that this is the year that fans are going to be more together than ever. I feel like that this is going to be the year where WWE fans and AEW fans are actually going to maybe hopefully come into an agreement. Probably not, but I think that, you know, with the pandemic that had happened last year and the craziness kind of little by little that happened this year, and kind of the uncertainty of next year, I really feel like that us wrestling fans are going to create more of a connection with each other. There's no longer going to be, because it's already end of the Wednesday Night Wars. It's already the end of, you know, who's better, NXT or AEW. It's more so of just two separate entities at this point. People that like NXT 2.0 like NXT 2.0. People that like NXT UK, shout out to Flobo. People like NXT UK. People that like old school Raw. People like that like somehow nowadays Raw. People that like SmackDown on Fox. You know, I feel like that next year is going to be the year that no matter what show you like, no matter if you like independent wrestling, if you like what WWE is doing, you guys are all gonna hopefully, you know, come together as one, and we're actually gonna enjoy wrestling rather than just be, you know, expecting and get disappointed all the time. It's just gonna be like, wow, that happened, and look at, you know, different things, you know. So I feel like that's gonna happen.
So your actual prediction, not to cut you off, is that Twitter will go under and it will not be a thing anymore. That's
right.
what
Social media will die. Great, we got that.
Especially Twitter.
Yes.
Shout out wrestling Twitter, man. What a place. But no, seriously, I think that's great. I think that's great.
I love
that.
Utopia.
You watch what you love, and you spread it around with other people, and if they like it, they don't. If they don't,
once WWE's under Disney and Mickey Mouse is on there, it might happen. You never know.
Oh, there's another prediction for next year. Guys, this was great. This is a lot of fun. I am gonna go down the line here. Sock Monkey Mike, if you could tell the people where we can find you.
Ooh. Well, people can find me, Sock Monkey Mike, or just Mike Wexler, whatever you like to call me, on social media at Sock Monkey Mike on Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube, where you can find episodes of Your Story, which is called my podcast. And before I go on, shout out to Justin of the Wrestling Classic for being a producer on that podcast. Shout out to Flobo for being a huge supporter. Shout out to Neeson and Pingle for being great people, for letting me on. And I'm just here to spread positivity and just to showcase my passion to all the world. You know, it's been a crazy year, and getting to connect with a lot of people in person and virtually. And I'm just happy to be here. You know what I mean? So thank you guys. And yeah, you can find me in all my adequate content on there.
Adequate.
Absolutely. Adequate. Great. Flobo, where can the people find you, sir?
Man, I am all over the planet, but I got two properties. One, the show that I do every Thursday called Draped in Gold, drapedingold.com. Nobody watches NXT UK. Hands down the tightest hour of television. I break it down with my co-host Jack Farmer, drapedingold.com, every Thursday live. I'm also part of the MacMania Trio. That airs every Tuesday, a Spotify original, but it's available wherever you get your podcast. Drop a 5-star review if you need. We desperately need 5-star reviews. You know what I'm saying? A lot of haters out there. Otherwise, on that Twitter at Flobo Boys. Thanks so much for keeping me in the loop, in the family. That hashtag show. We got to link up more in 2022. That's my prediction. We're going to do more things together, variants permitting.
And guys, be on the lookout for Flobo and my podcast. Why do we continue to do this to ourselves? Mets fans, the ultimate edition.
Self-inflicted, the podcast. Yeah.
Self-inflicted.
Classic. You're up.
You can find me at the Wrestling Classic on Instagram, guys. Also follow THS.wrestling on Instagram. I've been posting on there. We boosted up the followers even more. These little new shared posting really helps. So guys, make sure you follow THS.wrestling, follow the Wrestling Classic. The links in my bio will take you wherever you need to go. If you want to follow my YouTube channel, you can watch all the casual conversation interviews I've done in the past 2 years. All on there. You can also check out some other random videos that are on there as well. Read my articles at 1:37 p.m. You can listen to the TWC show, which is the weekly wrestling recap show that I do every week on Spotify, Apple Podcast, on Ruckus Avenue Radio, on Dash Radio as well now. So you can listen to us on there. And also, guys, make sure you subscribe to that hashtag show's YouTube channel, because there's still some videos in the vault that need to come out that I recorded when I was in California the most recent time.
In the vault.
We got an Owen Hart video still. We got a couple coming out still that are just there, but those videos I've been a part of already on there. You guys can check my top 5 Carmella moments, my top 5 AEW pay-per-views so far, and more. So yeah, follow all those things, guys. Just click the link. Everything's
click the link. Buy the shirt. Click. Neeson.
Man, you can follow me here at wherever you're watching this at. Facebook, YouTube, wherever it may be, THS.wrestling. Follow me at Stay Fly Life on Instagram or on Twitch or Wire Up Squad on Twitter. But yeah, it's been a great year. That's really all, man. Just follow us all, and you'll be able to follow us all. You dig?
There you go. Actually, that's good. That's really good. That's good. You should host your own show. Listen, I think you should call it In a Session.
Genius. That's good shit, pal. I love it.
Do you think that's a good idea?
That's good shit. Yeah.
It's,
that sounds great.
Well, think about
it.
It's
not a good ring to it.
All right. Well, just think about it. I'm not married to the title. Just think about it.
Sounds like a lot of work. Sounds like
In a Session, a lot of work,
guys.
You can follow me on JP Thrice on literally, I think, everything. What is it? Twitch. I'm Twitch affiliate now. I guess come over there and watch me play MLB The Show. It's a good time. And
don't get me started about that. I'm still AAA. It's some bullshit. I demand to be in the main roster of the Chicago White Sox.
It'll happen. And you can follow this show, facebook.com/THS Wrestling News, youtube.com/that hashtag show TV, twitch.tv/that hashtag show, and instagram.com/THS.wrestling. Holy crap, guys. This has been a lot of fun. Again, 2021 was an insanely weird year again. I don't want to, we want to be positive here, but 2022, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Oh God. But we'll be here every week giving you that sweet wrestling content. Guys, once again, thank you. Make sure you also check out thathashtagshow.com for everything trending in geek pop culture. And we'll see you guys later.